Today I took two trades, two break-even trades. Honestly, didn't think it was that bad. They're both decent trades, I think. I try to stay very patient and focus more on playing defense rather than trying to make money and go on the offense. So trying to keep that mentality, and I think that will help me with my FOMO. So I think it worked out pretty well today in terms of psychology there. So kind of a downturn today yesterday, but pivots are still bullish on CPR. And then inside relationship on TBO and cams here. So could be a breakout type of day, but the open was inside H3L3 and inside value. So I was just looking to play the extremes today. I want to short value area high, which was also the top central pivot. But before that, I wanted to short H3 because that's where pre-market high was. That's where central pivot was. That's where the POC of this volume node was. So short that or long this area, which is value area low, also lining with pre-market low and high volume node ledge there. So I liked this level and this level. And if it came down under, because we're in a bullish trend, I didn't mind longing S1 or L3 because we're opening inside H3 and L3. So that was kind of my plan going into today. And yeah, it comes down, it opens just above value area low, comes down into high volume node ledge here, pre-market low, yesterday's low, and then it starts bouncing. The thing is, I was trying to be very patient. So 7744 is high volume node ledge, comes down into it and forms this 20 range delta divergence. It even comes back in a little bit and then supports and then goes back up. But I didn't see anything else on that really. I mean, yes, it wicked under, but delta closed negative, and also that was pretty much it. 20 range delta divergence and somewhat of a CVD hidden divergence. I wanted more of a retest here. So I wanted this retest to come and form a CVD hidden divergence, like a clear one like that. And then I could take it long. Also didn't like that it wasn't a B shape. The POC wasn't at the lows. And then I completely forgot that this RSI level here, it broke the lows of pre-market low, but RSI was still the same or slightly above. So RSI normal divergence. I didn't notice that though. Maybe if I noticed that, I would have taken it. Because I did have that high volume hammer on the 1 minute, but I don't know. I just wasn't too convinced by this confirmation here. And remember, I'm trying to play more defensively. I didn't think this was a very good opportunity, so I just let it go. And it rallies. So now I'm feeling, FOMO, but instead of trying to just take it long any chance I could, I'm just, if I miss it, I miss it. I'm trying to have that attitude. And trying to think that I have a lot of opportunities. And my win rate is low only because I take crappy trades along the way. But it does come back. It forms a delta divergence bearish, starts coming back into this level 7744, and I see it forming a 2-minute delta divergence, which I like. That 1-minute delta divergence I also like. So I'm kind of looking at this as a pullback where I could long. I could get in now, but there's still 1 minute left in this 2-minute candle. There's also 15 seconds left in that candle on the 1 minute. So I kind of like that 1 minute delta divergence. 2 minute is still forming a delta divergence so far, but I don't think it ends up as one because lots of aggressive bars start coming in and it just starts going up. So I feel like I'm missing this again, but really I don't have the best of confirmations. It's just that 1 minute delta divergence does come back and form another high volume hammer on the 1 minute, but that's about it. Or yeah, that one, high volume basing on the 1 minute, but that's about it, right? So I was like, okay, well, now I can't get in. Too much risk, 10 points. And my target's up at H3, so I didn't want to take a 10-point risk set up here. But thankfully, what happens is that sellers come in again and forms a delta divergence on the 2 minute, delta divergence on the 20 range, with 30 seconds left in that 2 minute candle, and so I take it long here, 2 contracts. Yeah, I mean, sellers came in again and then supported, so I thought it was decent. I thought it was a decent entry. Stop under the lows here, the swing lows at 51s, and that forms another delta divergence. It breaks the swing highs here, and now it goes up to 66. Yeah, which was the high of day at the time. And then it breaks it, but it's very slow. So see, it's just selling delta just keeps coming in, and buyers keep supporting it, but I don't see much of the aggressive buyers coming in. Again, 65s, bunch of buyers get absorbed, and 1 minute delta divergence bearish there. Starts selling off again. But at this point, I have my stop at break even because it hit 2R. And yeah, thankfully it goes back up. But yeah, it just keeps making new lows on delta. But the aggressive buyers aren't stepping in that much. And then I finally get stopped out here. But because it's making a CVD hidden divergence and price hasn't broken lows yet, but delta did, I feel like I've gone stopped out early, and I try to enter again because of that CVD hidden divergence. Might have been an impulse entry, honestly, but kind of worked out in the end because it was forming a 2 minute delta divergence here, and then it supported this kind of a little B shape here, so makes a decent delta divergence on the 2 minute and starts going back up. And I'm waiting for it to break highs, which it does eventually. But now I'm very cautious here because 70 is my target, H3, 77.70. It's about 5 points away, but it breaks highs eventually, goes back into 65s, that high delta level, and breaks it. Now I have my, even though it didn't hit 2R yet, because my risk was a bit high here, because it broke the highs here, I put my stop at break even, which was also the swing low here. Also, I didn't really like that buyers were getting absorbed up here. I also didn't like the fact that we were inside this high volume node of the day, and we're approaching that high volume node ledge of the day, and it was kind of showing bearish signals here. Buyers just couldn't break through that cleanly, and it starts forming a delta divergence bearish. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put it at break even if it didn't hit 2R, because it's a swing low, and also pretty much near my target. It was about 2 points away from my target here, 77.70, and yeah, no, that's where I should take profit, and that's where I could start looking for shorts. So I put it at break even. Actually, I don't put it at break even here. It does support here just before break even, forms a delta divergence, goes back up, breaks the highs, and then starts rejecting again. So now I for sure put it at break even. I think it was a good decision because it keeps selling off afterwards. I mean, I wish that it would hit 70s, but it never got to 70s. It was about 2 points away, and then it starts selling off. Later on, it comes back into this area, but I'm just not sure anymore because pretty much hit my target here at H3. So yeah, I was debating between longs and shorts. I'm like, yeah, I should just stay out of it. I don't think it's good to open up a position here, especially after it hit my target and it's now coming back. Maybe if I took it here, I could have taken 3 or so maybe. But besides that, not much. So yeah, 2.63. Yeah, I would have stopped out at break even anyways. So yeah, now it's heading down towards H3. So it could be an H3 rejection to L3. I don't really see much except for a P shape up here. to take it short, maybe. Yeah, that was a P shape there. Lots of buyers getting stuck up there, but not too much besides that. Yeah, kind of a P shape. Yeah, but I think I managed it pretty well today. Didn't get FOMO and try to just enter at every chance. I was even very patient on this bounce and this bounce. I think this was a decent entry, just never really got up to H3. So it is what it is. But psychologically, I think I was better today.